Hey Zoe, I just wanted to let you know that I submitted the marriage registration with Dad today. It was just accepted at the City Hall. Let's get along as a family from now on.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's true. So you're officially my mother now?
You don't sound very excited. Is everything okay? I thought you'd be happy about this. We've been getting along so well lately, and I was really looking forward to making it official.
It's fine. I'm just a bit overwhelmed, I guess. It's a big change, you know?
I understand. It's a big change for all of us. But I'm really looking forward to being a family. I've always wanted a daughter, and you're such a wonderful girl. I hope we can grow closer and create many happy memories together.
Sure, whatever you say. It's not like I have a choice in the matter anyway.
Zoe, honey, of course you have a choice. Your feelings are important to me. I want us to be close because we want to be, not because we have to be. Is there something specific bothering you about this?
No, it's nothing. Can we just drop it?
How about we all have dinner tonight to celebrate? If you'd like, I can come pick you up from school right now. It ends soon, right? We could even go shopping for a new outfit for you before dinner. What do you say?
Huh? Just because you're my new mother now, you're coming to pick me up already? That's annoying. I don't want my friends to see you. And, there's no way I can have a meal with you. Why should I have to eat with some old lady?
Zoe, what's wrong? You've never spoken to me like this before. I thought we had a good relationship. Did something happen at school today?
Nothing's wrong. I'm just being honest for once. I'm tired of pretending.
What do you mean? Pretending? Zoe, I'm confused. We've always gotten along so well. What changed?
Whatever. I want to eat sushi with my friends today, so you better send me $100 through Venmo. That's what mothers do, right? They provide for their children.
What's wrong, Zoe? Your tone is different from usual, and you're being so cold to me. This isn't like you at all. Can't we discuss this?
I don't need to act like a good girl in front of you anymore. Now that you've married Dad, we've got what we wanted. Thanks for so mindlessly becoming my mother. It was easier than I thought.
Act? What are you talking about, Zoe? I thought we were getting along so well. All those times we spent together, shopping, cooking, watching movies, were those all just an act?
Yes, it was all just a show. A performance worthy of an Oscar, don't you think?
But you were acting so loving to me before. What do you mean it was all an act? Why would you do something like that? I don't understand, Zoe. I thought we had a real connection.
Dad asked me to. He said he really wanted to remarry, so I decided to cooperate as his daughter. Plus, he promised me $1,000 if he could get married, so I put my all into playing the role of the sweet high school girl you like. It wasn't that hard, really. You're pretty gullible.
I can't believe this. All those times we spent together, all those conversations we had, they meant nothing to you?
They meant $1,000 to me. That's something, right? I'd say that's a pretty good payday for a few months of pretending to like you.
Zoe, please. This isn't like you. What's really going on? Are you upset about something? Did I do something to hurt you? Please talk to me. We can work this out.
And what's going on is that I'm done pretending. Get used to it. This is the real me, Olivia. Sorry if it doesn't live up to your fantasies of the perfect stepdaughter. With $1,000, I can finally buy that designer wallet. Now I can match with my friends. It's all thanks to you, really, so I guess I should say thank you, right? And thanks for just being so easy to fool.
I can't believe this. Was it really all just an act? I was looking forward so much to becoming your mother.
I was really looking forward to becoming my mother, too. To think we'd get such an oblivious and convenient ATM. From now on, make sure to spoil me lots, okay? That's what stepmothers are for, right?
What? ATM? Zoe, I'm not just a source of money. I'm a person with feelings, and I care about you. I want to be a real mother to you, not just someone who buys you things.
I'm not looking for any motherly love from you. All I expect from you is money. Oh, and of course, the housework is naturally your job too. And that's why Dad married you after all, to take care of us.
Zoe, this isn't funny. I know becoming a blended family can be difficult, but we can work through this together. Please, let's sit down and have an honest conversation.
Nothing's bothering me. I'm just telling you how things are going to be from now on. It's pretty simple, really. You give us money and take care of the house, and we'll let you stay married to Dad. Everybody wins, right?
What's with that? You've been thinking of me like this all along, as nothing more than a maid and a bank account?
Yup. Besides, once you're married, it's not easy to get a divorce. Let's get along as a family from now on, ATM lady. It'll be easier for everyone if you just accept your role.
Stop calling me that. I'm not an ATM, I'm your stepmother. I wanted us to be close, to support each other. How can you be so cruel?
Same thing in my book. Now, about that $100, I'm still waiting for you to transfer it. My friends are getting impatient.
I'm not sending you money just because you demand it. We need to talk about this behavior.
Talk? There's nothing to talk about. Just send the money. That's all you're good for anyway.
No, Zoe. This isn't how families treat each other. I won't enable this behavior.
Fine. I'll just ask Dad then. He always gives me what I want.
Marcus, what's going on here? Our marriage isn't just about money, right? You wanted to become a family with me. That's why you proposed, isn't it? Please tell me this is all a misunderstanding.
Huh, of course. It was all about the money from the start. How do you even become family for that? I just got a message from my daughter. Looks like she spilled the beans already. Sorry about that, I guess. We were hoping to keep the charade going a bit longer.
Marcus? Not you too. You can't be serious. All those romantic dates, the heartfelt conversations, the plans we made for our future. Please tell me this is some kind of sick joke.
No joke, Olivia. Just the truth. Sorry if it hurts, but that's life. You should be flattered, really. We put on quite a show for you.
I'm so shocked by everything I've just heard. I can barely think straight. Our marriage was just for money? And both you and Zoe are acting completely different from before. Like you're entirely different people. What happened to the loving man I fell in love with?
Come on, think about it rationally. Who'd fall for an old lady like you? If it wasn't for the money, I wouldn't have gone after you in the first place. You're not exactly in your prime, you know?
What did you say? How can you be so cruel? I thought we had a genuine connection. We talked about growing old together, about building a life. Was that all just empty words to you?
You heard me. You're not exactly a catch, Olivia. But your bank account? Now that's attractive. It's nothing personal, really. Just business.
I can't believe you're saying this to me. After everything we've been through.
Everything we've been through was just a means to an end. And now we've reached that end. Sorry if that burst your bubble, but it's time to face reality. But I have to say, my plan was spot on. Treat an expired woman nicely, and she falls for you right away. It only took a year from our first meeting to our marriage. I scored a woman who can pitch in and take care of my child, finally. It's hard being financially stable as a single father, you know? You should be proud. Played your part perfectly.
So you really did approach me just for my money. You told me you loved me so much that I was your soulmate. Were all those words just to marry me? What about the night you proposed? You said it was the happiest moment of your life.
Bingo! Give the lady a prize. Though I guess you've already given yourself the prize by marrying me, huh? And yeah, it was the happiest moment of my life, because I knew I'd finally secured my meat ticket.
This is cruel, Marcus. How could you play with my feelings like this? I thought we were building a life together.
My taste in women was completely different from you. I wouldn't fall for an old hag like you in a million years. But I couldn't afford to be picky. After I divorced my ex-wife and got custody of Zoe, I realized how tough work raising a kid is. Most importantly, Zoe wants to go to college right after graduating her senior year. but I can't afford the tuition. That's when I thought of it. If I can find a mother who will support her, problem solved.
To approach me for such a reason, you really do think of me as nothing but a bank account. I can't believe I fell for your act.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're also a maid and a cook. That's 3 services in one. Pretty good deal if you ask me.
This isn't funny, Marcus. I trusted you. I loved you. I was ready to spend the rest of my life with you.
And that made you the perfect target. Trusting, loving, most importantly, loaded. It's nothing personal, Olivia. Just how the world works. Strong prey on the weak. Smart take advantage of the naive. Don't take it so hard.
I can't believe I fell for this. I should have seen the signs. The way you always let me pay for everything. How you were always talking about my job and my savings. I was such a fool.
But Zoe, didn't you say you wanted to support our family after we got married? You were so eager to help out, remember?
Well, you said you were having a tough time, right? I mean, your ex-wife ran off with your new partner and divorced you. You were struggling as a single father all this time, and you wanted someone to help. I thought I was doing the right thing, supporting the man I loved.
Exactly. You should have known what you were getting into. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. The deal's done. We're married and you're stuck with us. Might as well make the best of it, right?
I can't believe this is happening. I feel like I'm in a nightmare.
Sorry, honey. This is as real as it gets. Now, let's talk about something more important. Please do help us with that economic power of yours. Working for a big company with an annual income of $150,000, right? We're counting on you. Zoe's got her eye on some expensive colleges, you know.
How can you be so callous about this? Don't you have any conscience at all?
Conscience doesn't pay the bills, Olivia. But you do. That's all that matters in the end. Now, how about we discuss your contribution to Zoe's college fund?
This is insane. I want a divorce right now. I can't stay in this sham of a marriage for one more minute.
Well. Do you really think that's a good idea? Do we split up right after getting married today? Your parents would be so sad, wouldn't they? Your parents at the marriage meeting were hilarious. They were crying with joy, saying they thought their daughter would never get married, and how happy they were to have such a cute grandchild. Man, they'd be so disappointed if you got divorced now. Can you imagine their faces?
Don't bring my parents into this. They have nothing to do with your schemes. They were so happy for me, so proud. How could you use their love against me like this?
Oh, but they have everything to do with keeping you in line. You wouldn't want to disappoint them, would you?
That's emotional blackmail, Marcus. It won't work. I'd rather face their disappointment than live in this lie for one more day.
Same goes for your friends. They all congratulated you so much, and now you're already splitting up with me? Just a matter of you signing some papers. But if you divorce now, what would people think? A selfish, self-centered woman who couldn't even keep her marriage going for a year? Look at yourself. You're beyond lucky to find someone who wants to marry you at that age. If we start spreading stories around, you'll be known as that wicked witch. Is that what you want?
What kind of stories are you planning to spread? More lies? Haven't you done enough damage already?
How about we spread the word that you turned cold and mean to your stepchild as soon as you got married? That you're the worst mom who never stops bullying Zoe. People love a good scandal, you know? Especially when it involves a seemingly perfect family falling apart.
But that's all just lies. You can't possibly think people would believe such blatant falsehoods.
In the end, who do you think people will believe? The poor single father and his heartbroken daughter? Or the cold-hearted career woman who abandoned them? It's all about perception, Olivia. And we're very good at managing perceptions.
You're the worst. Threatening me to prevent me from divorcing you?
I prefer to think of it as protecting my investment. We just got married, so let's try to get along. Formally, you're part of our family now. If you be a good mother, I'll be a good husband too. It's not so bad, is it? You get a family, we get financial security. Everyone wins.
A good husband? After everything you've done, how can you even suggest that?
Hey, I can be very loving when there's something in it for me. Just keep the money flowing, and I'll be the best husband you can ask for. I'll even throw in some compliments and affection for free. What do you say?
This is disgusting. I need some time to think. I can't process all of this right now.
Take all the time you need. Just remember, the clock is ticking on those tuition payments. Zoe's future is in your hands now, Olivia. Don't let her down.
Hey, ATM lady, I need some cash.
Zoe, please stop calling me that. And I told you, I'm not just going to give you money whenever you ask. That's not how this works.
I need $50,000 in cash.
What? $50,000? That's an enormous amount of money. What could you possibly need that much for?
I got accepted into a private university, and I need to pay the enrollment fee this week. It's no big deal, right? Just a drop in the bucket for you.
You got into a private university? Wait a minute, Zoe. Didn't you say before that you were going to a state university? Don't you want to go to the same place as your friends? We talked about this just a few weeks ago.
Well, the state university is harder to get into, and I just got tired of studying, you know? My friends said they're going to a private university too, so I thought I'd do the same. I just went ahead and took the entrance exam. It was a super easy university where you just need to write your name to get in. It was a breeze. So, prepare the $50,000 for tuition, okay?
You should have at least consulted me, your mother.
As if I'd consult with you. You're not even my real mother. You're just the ATM, remember? Your job is to pay, not to have opinions.
Even so, I'm formally your stepmother. So let's calm down and talk about this. I don't think it's good to decide on your future so easily. And I can't just prepare $50,000 out of nowhere. That's a significant amount of money that requires planning and budgeting.
Shut up, you hag. Just listen to what I say without talking back. Go and withdraw $50,000 quickly. Got it? Or do I need to spell it out for you?
That is not how this works. I'm not an ATM. I'm a person. And I'm trying to be a parent to you, even if you don't want me to be.
Whatever, just get me the money. I don't need your advice or your parenting. I just need your cash.
No, Zoe. Not until we sit down and have a proper conversation about your future and your behavior. This attitude of yours is unacceptable.
Fine. I'll just ask Dad then. He always comes through. He knows how to treat his daughter right.
Marcus, we need to talk about Zoe's university plans and her recent behavior. Did you know about this private university situation?
What's there to talk about? The girl wants to go to a private university, let her go. You're paying anyway, right? That's what you're here for after all.
That's not the point. We should be making these decisions as a family, considering what's best for Zoe's future. This isn't just about money.
Best for Zoe's future is whatever makes her happy. And right now, that's a private university education that I don't have to pay for. Sounds like a win-win to me. Why are you making such a fuss about it?
This is serious, Marcus. We can't just let her make such important decisions on a whim. Her future is at stake here. Don't you care about that at all?
Sure we can. That's what you're here for, remember? Make our lives easier. To provide opportunities we couldn't afford before. Isn't that what you wanted? Be a good mother?
This is not how a family functions, Marcus. We need to set some boundaries and have some serious discussions. About Zoe's future, about our relationships, about everything.
Boundaries? The only boundary I'm interested in is the one between your bank account and ours. And I like to see that one come down. Come on, Olivia. Don't be so uptight about this.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I need some time to think about all of this. This isn't what I signed up for when I married you.
Take all the time you need. Make sure that $50,000 is ready by the end of the week. Zoe's got a bright future ahead of her. And you wouldn't want to stand in the way of that, would you?
Not bad, Olivia. You already have it prepared for me. Well then, I'll be taking this $50,000 for the enrollment fee.
Already? Where are you taking the money from? I didn't prepare any money for you.
The $50,000 that was in the living room, it was ready as soon as I got back from school. And you're finally getting the hang of being an ATM, huh? I knew you'd come around eventually.
In the living room. Wait, Zoe, that money isn't for you. You can't just take it.
Oh, well, once I become a college student, I guess the ATM lady will have served her purpose. Then you won't be needed in this house anymore. The annoying old lady can be discarded. Oh, and thanks for the college money. You've served your purpose, ATM lady. You can leave now.
That's not your money. Hey, put that money back in the living room right now. That must be the settlement money your father is supposed to pay. He probably withdrew it once and left it there. It's not for you, Zoe.
Huh? What are you talking about? What settlement money?
The money your father owes his ex-wife. Zoe, there's a lot you don't know about the situation. Things aren't as simple as you think they are.
What's about this alimony? Isn't alimony something that the person being sued pays?
You know quite a bit. Actually, Marcus is being sued by his ex-wife. I heard she's demanding about $50,000 in alimony, so I guess that money is what he prepared. It's not for your tuition, Zoe.
Huh? Why is Dad being sued? And what's happening with my mom? This doesn't make any sense.
It's because you two damaged the ex-wife's reputation. The $50,000 alimony is the consequence of your actions. Your mother is seeking compensation for the harm you and your father caused her.
What? I heard the reason for the divorce was the wife's affair and elopement. That's what Dad told me. That's what everyone knows.
But it all seems that was all a lie. In fact, it was Marcus who had the affair, and apparently you sided with him, Zoe. You helped spread those lies about your mother.
What? No, that can't be true. Dad wouldn't do that. He wouldn't lie to me like that. And I didn't know.
I'm afraid he would, and he did. He's been lying to both of us, Zoe. To everyone, it seems.
But why would he lie about that? It doesn't make any sense. Why would Dad do something like that?
To make himself look like the victim, I suppose. To gain sympathy from others, including me. It was all part of his plan, Zoe. To manipulate people's feelings and get what he wanted.
How do you know all this? Did Dad tell you?
I got a direct message from the ex-wife explaining everything. She said the dishonorable story was spreading and she wanted help. She reached out to me because she knew I was involved with your father.
She contacted you? Why would she do that? Why didn't she talk to me?
Because she's been hurt by the lies you and your father have been spreading. She wanted to set the record straight. And maybe she thought you wouldn't believe her after everything that's happened.
I don't know what to think. This is all so confusing. Everything I thought I knew.
I know it's a lot to take in, Zoe, but it's important that you know the truth. Your mother isn't the person your father made her out to be.
So, you're saying that Dad cheated on Mom? And then lied about it to everyone? Even to me?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And it seems you were involved in spreading those lies, whether you knew the truth or not. You played a part in the Zoe, even if you didn't realize it at the time.
I just said what Dad told me to say. I didn't know. I thought I was defending him, protecting our family.
I understand. But those words had consequences, Zoe. Real, serious consequences for your mother. She suffered a lot because of these lies.
And you told Mom everything?
Yes, and it seems that became decisive evidence. She was happy that she could now sue him.
So did she really sue Dad? We just exaggerated the story a bit when telling everyone. It's cruel to sue someone over that. It was just words, right?
Zoe, you need to understand that what you and your father did wasn't just exaggerating. You spread harmful lies that seriously impacted your mother's life. Words have power, especially when they're used to destroy someone's reputation.
But still, suing seems extreme. Couldn't she just tell people the truth?
Apparently, she suffered quite a bit because of your lies. The dishonorable rumors caused problems with her friends and family. The rumors even spread at her company, affecting her career prospects. It's not easy to undo that kind of damage, Zoe.
I didn't know it was caused so much trouble. We were just trying to... I don't even know anymore.
To what, Zoe? To make your father look good at the expense of your mother's reputation? To justify his actions and paint her as the villain?
But still, $50,000 in alimony seems excessive. It's just money for some rumors. How can that be fair?
Whether it's excessive or not is for the victim to decide. You wouldn't like it if people spread false rumors about you either, Zoe. For example, if someone said you had 0 friends and were always alone at school.
Huh? Why did you suddenly... What are you talking about?
Or that you chose a private university because your friends who cut ties with you told you not to come to the same college. Oh, sorry. That wasn't a lie. It was the truth, wasn't it?
What are you talking about? That's not true at all. I have friends. I'm popular at school.
It isn't. I've heard some things that suggest otherwise, Zoe. Things that paint a very different picture of your social life.
That's not true at all. Don't spread random lies. I have lots of close friends at school. We hang out all the time. That's why I need money for sushi, remember?
Do you really, Zoe? Because that's not what I've been told. The school has a very different impression of your social situation.
What do you mean? Who told you anything about my friends? Have you been spying on me or something?
I got a call from your high school principal. He said he's worried because your teachers have reported that you've been isolated in class for a long time and asked how you were doing at home. They're concerned about you, Zoe.
The school called you? But why would they do that? They have no right to discuss my personal life with you.
Because they're concerned about you, Zoe. And frankly, so am I. Your behavior lately, the sudden change in university plans, it all makes sense now.
There's nothing to be concerned about. I'm fine. My social life is none of your business.
Are you? Because I heard you were bragging at school about kicking out the ex-wife from your family. About how you looked down on your mother daily and even sided with your cheating father. Your friends were disgusted by your behavior, Zoe. They quickly cut ties with you. Is that why you suddenly want to go to a different university?
That's not true. You're lying. You don't know anything about my life at school.
Am I? Then why did you suddenly decide to go to a private university instead of the state one you and your friends were planning on? The one you were so excited about just a few weeks ago.
I told you, I just changed my mind. It has nothing to do with my friends.
You were close friends and promised to go to the same university, but they told you not to come to the same school. That's why you hurriedly escaped to a private university, right? You're running away from the consequences of your actions.
No, that's not... I mean, you don't understand anything. You're just making assumptions.
I think I understand more than you realize, Zoe. You've been caught in your father's web of lies, and it's cost you more than just money. It's cost you your friendships, your reputation, and your relationship with your mother.
Shut up! You don't know anything about me or my dad. You're just jealous because we have a good relationship and you're an outsider.
I know enough to see that you're both hurting people, including yourselves. This has to stop, Zoe. The lies, the manipulation, all of it. It's time to face the truth.
Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about this anymore. You're not my real mother. You can't tell me what to do.
You're free to run wherever you want, I suppose. But anyway, the $50,000 is alimony that the ex-wife will receive. It's not your money, so leave it alone. It's meant to repair some of the damage you and your father caused.
But what about my university tuition? I need that money. You can't just take it away from me.
That's something you'll need to discuss with your father. I'm not going to be your ATM anymore, Zoe. It's time for you to take responsibility for your actions and your future.
You can't do this. You're supposed to be my mother now. You're supposed to take care of me.
A mother who you've treated like nothing more than a bank account. I think it's time for both you and your father to face the consequences of your actions.
Hey, what's this divorce paper? Don't send such things to my company. It's embarrassing.
I had no choice because you wouldn't accept it if I handed it to you directly. Sign it quickly and prepare my alimony too. I won't be manipulated by you any longer.
What's wrong with you people? My ex-wife is demanding alimony, and now you're asking for alimony with the divorce? The timing couldn't be worse. Can't you see I'm in a difficult situation here?
Isn't it better to get it all sorted out at once? Oh, and it seems Zoe decided to enroll in a private university on her own. The tuition will be about $50,000, so as her father, you should pay for it. I'm divorcing you, so it's none of my business anymore.
$50,000? Hey, Olivia, let's not get divorced. I'll treasure you from now on. We've been living as a family for several months now, and I've grown fond of you. I really do like you now. Can't we work this out?
You're so used to lying without batting an eye. I don't believe anything you say anymore. How can you switch from treating me like an ATM to professing your love so easily?
Don't say that. Besides, you don't want to get divorced in less than a year, right? Your parents and friends would surely be sad. Think about the scandal, the gossip. Is that what you want?
I've realized something. My parents and friends truly wish for my happiness, so I'm sure they'll support me even if I get divorced. They'll understand once they know the truth about you.
Then I'll spread some rumors, like how you were treating my daughter terribly, or that the divorce is your fault. Your reputation will be ruined. You don't want that, do you?
Oh, you want to be sued for defamation again? Another lawsuit for the same reason? I wonder if I could demand double the amount from you for being so malicious. Haven't you learned your lesson yet, Marcus?
No, I'm kidding. That was just a joke. Please don't sue me. I can't afford another lawsuit. Come on, Olivia. Can we talk about this?
Then hurry up and sign the divorce papers. And I want alimony for treating me like an ATM and making a fool of me. I was deeply hurt by your actions and suffered emotional distress. You'll take responsibility for that.
This is ridiculous. You can't just demand money from me like this. I'm barely keeping afloat as it is.
Can't I? Isn't that exactly what you and Zoe have been doing to me this whole time? It's time for you to face the consequences of your actions, Marcus.
That's different. We're family. Family helps each other out, right?
Family? Is that what you call this arrangement? Because from where I'm standing, it looks a lot more like fraud. You manipulated my feelings, lied to me, and used me for my money. That's not family, Marcus.
You're overreacting. We can work this out. Just give me some time to figure things out. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
The time for figuring things out is over, Marcus. It's time to face the consequences of your actions. Sign the papers and let's end this charade once and for all.
I heard from Dad. Are you really going through with the divorce? Then who's going to pay for my college tuition? You can't just abandon us like this.
Your father, of course. He's the only family you have left now. It's his responsibility as a parent to provide for your education.
That's impossible. Dad just told me he can't pay for it, so I need to give up on the university. You can't let this happen, Olivia.
Oh, is that so? That's a shame after you got accepted. And here you were thinking you'd have a start in college and make new friends. I guess things don't always work out the way we plan.
I absolutely refuse to give up on college and just get a job right out of high school. My memories in high school were ruined by my friends, so I need to make up for it. You have to help me.
Well, then you'll have to work hard and get a scholarship. You can't rely on your father. You'll have to do your best on your own. It's time for you to take responsibility for your life, Zoe.
A scholarship is just debt. It's the worst thing for a parent to make a teenager take on student loans. How can you be so cruel?
Well, I'm not your parent anymore. Remember? You made that very clear.
Huh? What do you mean?
If you have complaints, tell your beloved dad. It has nothing to do with me anymore. I'm just the ATM lady, remember? And this ATM is closed for business.
Don't say that. Help me. You became my mother once. Isn't it terrible for a mother to abandon her daughter like this? Where's your sense of responsibility?
And then let me ask you this. Did you ever once think of me as your mother?
Huh? Of course not. From the start, you were just the ATM lady. But that doesn't mean you can just abandon me now.
Then how could I possibly think of such a child as my daughter? That's why I can't bring myself to help you. Well then, from now on, do your best with just your father. It's time for you to face reality, Zoe.
Wait, you can't just leave us like this. What are we supposed to do? You can't just walk away from your responsibilities.
That's for you and your father to figure out. I suggest you start by being honest with each other and with yourselves. It's time to stop the lies and manipulations.
But we need you. I need you. Please, Olivia, don't do this.
You should have thought of that before you decided to treat me like an ATM. Actions have consequences, Zoe. It's time you learn that. This is an important life lesson for you. Shortly after that, I packed my bags and left the house. Then, through a lawyer, I demanded a divorce again, and it was quickly finalized. As a precaution, I made them sign a pledge stating that if they spread any rumors or lies to third parties that would disadvantage me even once, I would demand $50,000 in damages. So, I'm at ease for now. It's time for me to start a new chapter in my life, free from their manipulation and lies. As for Zoe after that, I heard she had to give up on going to university. She's trying hard to make up with the friends who cut ties with her, but when they heard about the divorce again, they suspected, did you and your father mistreat your mother again? Even when she tried to explain, they wouldn't listen. And I hear she's still spending her days alone.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Anna, I heard about this from Ryan. Congratulations on becoming pregnant and moving along so well. Thank you very much, Maria. I'm so excited about what's to come from this. I know it's gonna be tough on me knowing that I'm a grandma now, but I'll do my best to not seem too old. By the way, Anna, is that baby going to be a boy, you think? Or a girl, perhaps? Huh? I'm sure you have a feeling what gender the baby is going to be, correct? My son told me that you've been pregnant for a little while now, actually, so you should be able to guess, right? Why are you asking me about that? Who cares what gender my baby is? And the fact that you ask me what gender is in this day and age is just rude. I'm sorry. What happens if they're a girl, but want to become a boy later on in life? That's right. You have to say you're sorry to them, so stop worrying about their gender, whatever that means, and leave me alone. Have you been living under a rock this whole time or something? Rude. I see now. I suppose I was getting a little carried away there. I just wanted to know all about your baby so badly. So this is why everyone in the past always complained about their mother-in-law. All you guys know how to do is think like it's still a century earlier and never get a hint about what's going on in the modern day. And that question you just asked, there was not only rude to me, but to my baby. I'm very sorry, Anna. I never asked that with any ill intentions. I just wanted to get a head start on buying things for them was all. And if I knew what gender they were, it would make buying gifts a whole lot easier for me. Gifts? I'm really happy to finally be getting a grandbaby. That's why I'm wanting to start looking for cute clothes for them, as well as shoes. I guess for the time being, I'll start to look into unisex clothing for them. They'll look cute in no matter who they are. Hold on a second. Would you stop thinking about buying my kids any presents? Would you stop carrying on with the conversation like that? What? Is there something wrong with me wanting to buy a present or two for them? We don't need anything from you, Maria. By the way, I wouldn't even want my child whatever boring clothing you'd get for them. So you need to stop thinking about presents for them right now. I need to stop. I can't believe you're saying something like that right now. I just want to spoil my grandbaby is all. Well, if you have that kind of money to be doing that for them, how about you put that money into your elderly care instead? You just so happen to be a lonely old hag that has nobody she can ask for help in the future at all. So you better start saving that money now, so in the future, you're not going to ask either of us to take care of you. What? I want you to stop thinking about asking your daughter's son for help later in life right now. I'd rather you have the money to take care of yourself in the future than waste it on my kid now. Hold on a minute, Anna. Why are we talking about later years right now? And I have no plans on relying on my son when I get to that age. I really do wonder about that, though. You've been without a husband all this time, so there has to be only one reason why you made your son into a doctor, right? You wanted to make him into a man you could use later on, when your body and mind aren't working the way that they should be anymore. Excuse me? All I wanted was for my son to become the man he'd wanted to be. I have never been thinking of ways to make him my caretaker later in life. You liar. And the only reason you're wanting to give my baby any gifts is because you have an alternative motive. I'm sure you just want to spoil our baby now so in the future you can use this as a way to make us come back and care for you. I know everything you're up to, Maria. Well, you're not using my child in order to get us to care for you. Ryan, do you have a moment to talk? I have something I'd like to say about Anna.
What do you have to say about Mother?
I'm just a little worried about her is all. Her being pregnant right now means she's a lot more sustainable to stress and such. I want to make sure that you're stepping in to make sure she's supported in every way possible.
Of course I'm taking good care of her, Mom. I'm her husband, after all. Now, why exactly are you worried about something like that now?
Well, just a bit ago, her and I were talking to one another for the first time in a while. All I was trying to say was how happy I was about her baby and that I wanted to celebrate them. Yet for some reason, Anna started to come off like I was only wanting to celebrate the baby because I have an ulterior motive. And well, that kind of behavior from her got me thinking that she may have been very stressed right now.
Something like that happened? Thank you for becoming worried about her, Mom. But I'm sure she'll be all right. I have been doing everything in my power to make sure that she is not stressed out and won't be. Right now, I've been doing everything around the house for us.
Oh, is that right?
She seems to have some trouble standing up now, so I've been around to take care of all her needs. I make sure to cook, clean, do the laundry, get her new clothes, all of that. And if there's something she really wants to eat, I go all the way to the town over to get it for her. And if she really wants to go out of the house for a bit, I make sure to drive her to where she needs to go. I have been doing everything I can to make sure she's not stressed out.
You've been doing all of that for her? That's a lot more than I imagined.
She is very important to me and is currently carrying our child. But the only thing I'm a bit worried about is the day she's expected to have our baby. I've been told that during that week, I'll have to go out of the state for work and won't be around for her.
So she's going to be all by herself when she has the baby. I feel so bad for her.
That's why I was hoping you could be there for her. I've made sure to ask her mom to help her out as well, of course. I want to make sure that the both of you are there for her when I'm not.
If that's what you want from me, then I'll be there. I would love to do whatever I can to help you guys out. Although, I think that if her mother is there as well, she won't need me around for her. Just let me know what they want. And good luck to you when you have to head on that business trip. I am praying that your guys' baby come out happy and strong. Anna, are you out of the house right now? I came over with some gifts for you, hoping that we could spend some time together. And we made plans for to have me come over around this time, right? Wait, you already came? I was just about to get some sleep when you started to light up my phone. Oh, you were trying to sleep? I'm sure your body is still pretty tired after having the baby. Then you can go ahead and get some sleep, Anna. If you'd like, we can get together another time. No, you don't have to worry about it now. I don't want you to try to make any more plans with me, so I'll meet with you today. Well, is that really okay? That's right. I just want to make sure that you brought everything to celebrate me having the baby. Did you make sure to bring me some money as well? And how much exactly? What? Money? You're wanting to celebrate me giving you a grandchild. So, of course, you brought me some money, right? You didn't just bring over a bunch of lame clothing for my baby, right? I made sure to put some money in an envelope for you to help you and my son with the baby. But this is my first time ever being asked how much money I've brought over, so I'm a bit shocked. I never asked how you felt about this. So how much money did you bring over? You have at least $10,000 with you, right? $10,000? What's that? With a reaction like that, does that mean you don't have that kind of money with you? In that case, then I'm sorry, but you'll have to go. If you're not going to give me $10,000 right now, then you're not seeing your grandbaby. Wait a second, Anna. I need to bring you $10,000 in order to see your baby? I'm sorry, but I did not bring you $10,000 today. I'm sure you didn't. You always have been this poor woman who never had any money for herself or her son. So go home right now, please. There's no reason for Ryan and I to be having you meet with our baby. There's no reason for me to meet with them? I want to make sure this kid grows up to be stronger than Ryan and I. I want them to learn from their doctor father so that someday they can be intelligent and make lots of money. And in order to make that happen, I will not be letting them meet with people like you. If you were to even meet them for a minute, that would be a minute worth of stupidity they'll be taking on. Are you really suggesting that I'm as stupid as that? Of course I am. I would never lie about anything, would I? I find it very amazing that a single mother like you was able to raise your son into a doctor and all, but that does not change the fact that you're a moneyless single mother still, right? I can't even begin to understand how stupid it is that your husband had to leave you long ago because he knew how dumb and poor you were. But wait, that's not how it happened, right? From what Ryan has told me, you chose to get the divorce. What? Your husband had been a company owner, right? Yet you chose to divorce him, which makes you one of the biggest losers that I know. Did you really listen to everything Ryan told you? I understand that the man I left was a company owner and had lots of money, but the way that man treated Ryan and I was not okay. He was the kind of person who would not dare to put his family before his work. I later chose to divorce him with my son, and I had mine. You should have just accepted the fact that your husband has better things to do than be around you both, so you would have continued to have money. All you need to do is just bear it all, and you'd still be eating good on this day. But now, all you've shown is that you can only think about yourself and no one else. How stupid. Excuse me? Now that you've been told what I think, you will not be meeting my important child, ever. But if you still think you can, then I'll be needing the $10,000 from you first. However, since a poor woman like you can't pay that, you need to go home. I see. Then I'm leaving. Goodbye forever. And don't say anything about this to my husband. You would never want to make things awkward between your son and his wife right after they had a baby, right? That's very true. She'll make sure to not tell her son anything about the things you've said today. She happens to be one of the most kind mother-in-laws ever for thinking about you both, your family, before her own emotions. And that is why, as your mother, I will be telling him what I've seen from you today. What? I would like to tell him about how my daughter went and made such terrible comments about his mother. I'll then apologize for him in your place, since I doubt you ever will. And then after that, I'll tell him now that I support him throwing away my rotten daughter whenever he pleases. I'm going to talk with Ryan about this right now. I'll be right back after this most important phone call. Wait a sec. Are you really my... What? Is that you, Mom? Hello, Anna. You must have a lot of strength in that dainty body of yours to be talking about your mother-in-law like that right after giving it birth. Wait, what is this? Why are you texting me from Maria's number right now? What the heck is going on here? Actually, I came over to your place with her to see you guys. Both her and I wanted to celebrate your first baby, so we both met up and made our way over to your house together. Maria asked me if I wanted to ride with her in her car, and I totally accepted her offer. But you told me you'd be coming next week, yet you came here without a heads up first? Why would you do that? Because I want to come out and see my cute grandbaby as soon as possible, and having people come over every week would be hard on you and Ryan, right? That's why I thought it would be a lot better for you guys to have the both of us coming over at the same time to say hi. Both Maria and I didn't want to be stressing over us, so we made this choice with you in mind. I'm happy to hear that from you, but I didn't think the both of you would come together. Did you think that by having her come along, you would have been free to say whatever you wanted to her? You wouldn't have to worry about anyone else seeing all these horrible things you just said to her, right? I'm sorry, but it's too late now to hide the way that you treat her from everyone, because I've been standing with Maria from the very beginning, watching every single thing you sent to her. No way. If she wants to meet her grandchild, she'll have to pay $10,000? How terrible of you, Anna. This sort of crap I've never even seen from you before. I think you've been taking far too much advantage of us then, You're wrong, Mom. The only person who has to pay to come to see the baby is Maria, not you. I would never ask someone like you to have to do that before coming inside. Actually, I want you all around us the time, if that's okay with you. Oh, what's that all about? Tell me, why am I allowed to come in for free and see the baby, but Maria has to pay $10,000 to do such a thing? I would like you to explain that to me in a way that I'll immediately be able to understand, Anna. There's no way your reasoning could be just you outright hate her, and that's why you asked for her to pay, right? Right? I don't ever remember raising my daughter in such a way that she'd be acting like a dumbass, asking her mother-in-law for money like that. About that, Mom. You know what else I saw? You calling her poor and stupid, all because she's a single mother. I don't ever remember teaching my daughter to say things like that about anyone. I would have put soap in your mouth for hours had you been saying that while I was still around you. Anyhow, today her and I will be going home. Neither her or myself brought along $10,000 in order to come into your house after all. This really spoils all the things we've been looking forward to today, but Maria and I just don't seem to be good enough for your household. We'll be leaving now. Wait! I'll come open the door for you both right now, so please come inside. Listen, Anna, I'm sure you do not want to see the face I'm making right now. I wouldn't really mind having you see it, but I do not want my grandbaby to see the face I have on that has put people in their places before. So please, let Maria and I go home now. We'll see you again sometime, I'm sure. And when we're back here, make sure you have the reason for why you thought it was okay to behave in such a deplorable way today, please. I would really love to hear it. If you're coming over to my house today with my mom, you should have told me that sooner. Because of you, things have gotten way out of hand. I made sure to message you about that beforehand, but you never went and read any of those messages before I came over with her today. I think it's on you for trying to get sleep like this when you had guests coming over to take care of you and the baby. You are such a jerk. After my dad heard about all of that from my mom, he came and chewed at me out hard. Things shouldn't have turned out the way for me. Now listen, Anna, I understand that you really do not like me and are even more frustrated with me now after what happened today. Everyone has people they like and dislike, right? But the hate that you have for me should have nothing to do with your baby. I will not be able to give you $10,000 or anything, but could you still let me come and see my grandbaby? I'm not letting that happen. Things that I hate with a burning passion, and that means I'll not be letting my baby meet with any of the people I hate like you. Anna... And after all that crap that happened today, I'm left feeling like I've gotten lost or something. I hate being a loser when I should obviously be coming out on the top here. That's why I will never let you meet my baby, even if it's the last thing I do. You can't even come to see it now, even if you were to have that $10,000 I asked for before.
I see. Then this is going to be a divorce. Having a mother like you in the house would only turn my baby into a monster.
What? A divorce?
Anna, I'm extremely disappointed in what you've been doing today. Not only were you trying to extort my mom and get 10 grand from her, but you were treating her like an idiot and saying she's poor. I never thought that you of all people would turn out to be like this.
What? Why are you talking to me right now, Ryan? Ryan, aren't you supposed to be out of state on a business trip?
I had to make a dash back home after I heard you had our baby. I've been wanting to see them this whole time, and I've been worried about you. But I never expected things to turn out for the worse like this. I heard everything about what you said to my mom today, from your mom.
What?
I really respect both my mom and yours. Especially my mom, after she got that divorce for me years ago and was able to finally support the dreams that I had. She was the one that made it possible for me to become the doctor that I am now, Anna. I thought that you had respected her just as much as I do, and that's why I was on board with marrying you and making you part of our family. But that was just a massive misunderstanding on my part. My mom and I don't need a person like you in the family, and that's why I have to divorce you now.
No, wait. You're joking about the whole divorce thing, aren't you?
You have to understand just as much as I do that this is no joke. I had always been thinking like you, that I wanted to make our kid into a special human who is very intelligent and can be super successful. And that's why I've always been wanting to do the same as you and keep people who are not successful away from our baby and only let them around those who build themselves and others up. But now I've learned that you don't build everyone up, considering what you've just said about my mom.
You're lying, right? I just gave birth to this baby and everything, yet you're going to tell me that I'm not a good person or something?
I do appreciate the fact that you went through all that pain carrying my child to term. But you just made a fool of my mom like she's meant nothing to me. My mom went through all the same pain as you giving birth to me and raising me. She may have had financial troubles all of her life, but she made sure to do everything she could to make my dreams of becoming a doctor come true. I don't want you around her or my baby anymore if that's the way you're going to act as a mother.
Ryan, I was...
You don't want our baby being around people that will make them stupid, right? Both you and I feel that way about our baby. That's why you should be able to understand what I'm asking more than anyone.
What? No, I never said anything about wanting a divorce though, so stop mentioning that.
Not only is my mom, but the both of your parents letting me know it's okay to get a divorce from you and take the baby with me. Actually, it was your parents that recommended I leave you before I even thought of it as an option. They told me that they'd do everything they could to make sure that I got the baby and the divorce as well, so that you'd never be around them.
There's no way.
Now, from today, I'll be staying with my mom at her house. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll be coming over there with the divorce papers in hand ready for you to sign them. I want you to get all of your things packed up and ready to leave that house. And you'll not be touching any of the baby's things, as I'll be the one taking full custody.
Please, let me come and see my kid. Please let me come and see Ryan again. You have to talk with my son about all of that, not me. There's nothing I can really do when it comes to those two. Why did something like this have to happen to us? All I wanted to do was make sure that my baby was raised the right way without having to experience any issue. Yet that led me to having to get a divorce and lose the baby I had just given birth to. I'm not even able to get out and see either one of them. Whoa, what are you talking about right now, Anna? You're able to meet with those two anytime you please. All you have to do is pay Ryan that $10,000 in child support to be able to see them. Once you pay that, then you can see them as much as you want. You've already heard about that agreement Ryan has made, right? There's no way I'll be able to just hand over that kind of cash right now, though. The moment Ryan and I got married, I became a housewife and never went back to work. And I never even saved up much before marriage in the first place. Don't worry, things will be fine. You're asking me, a single mother who had always been a housewife before, to pay you that kind of money, right? So, there's no way you wouldn't be able to do the same thing easily, right? If you were just saying that knowing it wouldn't be easy for me to pay, that would make you one toxic bitch. No way, Maria. Now, I would really love to see you meeting with your baby and Ryan again, Anna. But that'll only happen as long as you come with $10,000 in hand, ready to hand over to my son. When my son had gone over that next day to get the divorce, he made sure to bring a lawyer, which made everything easier on him and got her out of this house much quicker than if he had gotten a loan. Then she was forced to sign the paperwork and even stated that she'd let Ryan take full custody as long as she was able to see her baby every so often. That deal was only made through when Ryan said that she'd have to pay him $10,000 first, since she seems to think that that's how much it costs to see the baby, and before she could really think of what she'd done, the papers were handed in. After the divorce, Anna went back to her parents' house to live with them, and has been working her butt off at a grocery store close to their place. Ryan would bring his baby back over to my house to have me care for it for a while, as he focused on now having to figure out what to do with his house. In the end, he went and sold it, and moved back home to me, where the three of us, Ryan, the baby, and myself, could live and work together. He told me that he took all of that money he got from the house and put it into the baby's college fund, so that they too could someday go and have their dreams come true like I'd done for Ryan. As for Anna and her new job, I'm sure she was trying her best to get that $10,000 as soon as she could so that she could come see her baby again, but neither of her parents wanted her back home, calling her an embarrassment to them. That's when both her parents told her that she could only continue to stay with them if she started paying rent, and so every month she was asked to pay up, leaving her with only $600 to save. Both of her parents know about her plans to someday pay Ryan that $10,000, so in order to keep the fact that they have been coming over to my house for a while now, they keep their house while she's at work to come and see their grandbaby. So far, the baby has doing really well here, and we really do hope that one day a new mother can be found who not only can appreciate her husband, but also his mother as well. We can only hope that Anna never gets the chance to save up that money, because honestly, not one of us want her around them when all we want the baby to grow up happy and without drama.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.